The Arctic Monkeys are a British indie band consisting of 4 members: Alex Turner, Matt Helders, Jamie Cook and Nick O'Malley. Former band member Andy Nicholson left the band following the release of their debut album. The band was formed in 2002 in a suburb of Sheffield in England. When the Sun Goes Down was released on the 16th of January 2006 as the second single from their debut album, Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. The release of the single was following the release of the video, which premiered on MTV2 on the 21st of December 2005. The video was directed by Paul Fraser and stars Lauren Socha, who plays the role of Nina in the video. The opening line of the song is, "I said, who's that girl over there? I wonder what went wrong so that she had to roam the streets." This line is complemented by a close-up of the main character Nina, who is the subject of both the song and the video. A mid-shot is subsequently used, which shows Nina on a balcony in a block of flats smoking a cigarette. This, along with the use of makeup to make her look pale and her costume of big scruffy clothes, making her look like a chav, implies that she is a typical addict and someone who is unemployed. The mid-shot is useful to show Nina's surroundings and show the audience that the video is set in the Neaps End district of Sheffield. This location is typical for a woman of the class that Nina is and highlights the fact that she is not very well off, as she can't afford to live in a nice area or own her own house. The use of a run-down, neglected area complements the message behind the song, which is prostitution. A long shot is used further on, showing her walking down the stairs in the block of flats while smoking a cigarette. The use of this prop is typical of indie videos, as smoking is something that indie artists and fans of indie music are associated with. Due to the long shot, the audience can see better that she is wearing trainers, tracksuit bottoms, a grey hoodie and an oversized green parka. This costume insinuates the idea that she does not have a lot of money or anything of value to her name. As the song becomes more upbeat after the second chorus, the video follows the same pace. The video becomes very fast-paced with out-of-focus shots, mainly from inside a car of a busy city. Out-of-focus shots are very effective in videos for songs with messages like this, as it suggests how the characters see things due to the effect of drink and drugs has on their vision. Editing has been used effectively to ensure that there are very fast cuts between multiple different shots of the city. Due to the pace of the song at this particular point, it is important that the editing is done well to ensure that the speed of the cuts fits with the fast speed of the song. In the midst of these shots, Nina is seen both in the city and back in the Neaps End district, surrounded by the blocks of flats. The use of editing shows that the two locations are completely different and are binary opposites. Showing Nina in the city shows the contrast to her being in a quiet rundown area, which makes her look small and insignificant. Following on from this part of the video, a jump cut is used to show Nina walking out of the flat block from 2 different angles before a shot showing a club with the sign "Talent Night and Strippers" is shown. The fact that this is shown straight after a shot of Nina suggests that this is what she is associated with. Furthermore, the door that this sign is on is red, which is seen as an emotionally intense colour and has connotations of both passion and love, but also danger. This suggests that those coming out of the club have been there for love and to feel passion and desire. However, people such as Nina have a sense of danger when in an environment like this, because it is not where they want to be or where they feel safe or comfortable. Straight after this, Nina is shown walking past a young boy on a bike as they exchange something with one another. Due to the nature of the song, this is more than likely a drug deal, which is also suggested by the fact that it is not in a busy area, and neither of them look each other in the eye and quickly leave the situation. Seeing Nina like this after a shot of a strip club shows that her only choices to get through day-to-day life are prostitution and drugs. Throughout the entirety of the video, the idea of male dominance is consistent. As the only female character in the video, Nina is heavily outnumbered by males who are all portrayed as much stronger than she is and with a lot more power and status. All the males that are shown in the video seem to have a lot of energy and are very full of life, which contrasts hugely to Nina, who is constantly shown as looking extremely lethargic and weak. Because of this, Nina rarely fights back at or argues with the men and lets them treat her however they like, which too shows that the males are dominant and that she has no power. Throughout the video, there are multiple different occasions with different men in which Nina is always controlled by them. Towards the beginning of the video, she is shown eating a breakfast in a cafe with a male who makes her look very inferior. He then goes on to take food off her plate as Nina goes to eat it, who then looks directly at the camera with a very forlorn expression. Although looking in despair, Nina does a slight smile at the camera, showing that she is used to acts like that and having everything taken away from her by men. After being shown sitting alone on a wall in the daylight, an ellipsis of time is used to show Nina sat on the same wall before a male grabs her from the wall and carries her away into a car. As she gets taken to the car, she is seen to be struggling by kicking her legs and trying to get out of the man's grip, highlighting that it was not what she wanted, but as always, she has no say and is ruled by a man once again. Nina is continued to be shown in the same way when a man comes up to her, kisses her on the neck, and then puts another big coat over her. Although this suggests that someone may be looking out for her, it continues to show the fact that she is useless and unable to look after herself. Towards the end of the video, Nina is seen in her same clothes but with a pink costume on in someone's garage as she starts to shout and get angry at the man who is in there with her. Straight after this, she is seen being dragged out by her hair as she struggles to walk due to the grip the man has on her. Once he finally lets go of her, she is neglected even more as he pushes her into an alleyway. The fact that she was taken control of in that violent way confirms further that she has no status and consequently gets pulled around and told what to do by people that have more power than she does. At multiple points throughout the video, she is kissed by different men and never reciprocates their actions. Whenever she is handled in a sexual way by men, she appears as very distressed and disturbed, which shows that to the men in this video she is nothing but a sexual object. The video comes to an end in the same way that it started, with a close-up of Nina. This highlights that the song is about her and also makes the audience feel for her, as they are constantly reminded how weary and worn out she looks. The fact that the video both starts and ends in this way ensures that she is always on the audience's mind and they are always thinking about her predicament and how she feels. When Nina is being mistreated, low-key lighting is always used, along with the use of dull, lifeless colours, which reflects her as a character as well as the mood of the song. The low mood of the song is further indicated by the use of prophetic fallacy throughout the video. The skies are always grey, it is either raining or snowing, and the fact that she is wearing so many layers shows that the temperature is cold. These weather conditions are associated with negative feelings and situations, so it helps to show the audience how bad Nina's predicament is. The video is entirely narrative-based and none of the band appear at any point in the video. I like this style of video as I think it really emphasises what the song is about to the audience. It also shows the meaning of the song and ensures that everyone who watches it will understand what the song is about. As the song itself tells a story, I think that the video complements it well. If it were to be performance-based instead, I think that the meaning behind the song may not be as prominent.